Good morning, God. Thank you for today. Please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning, world. Good morning, America. And good morning, you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day. We're the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hey, buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. It's a motivated Monday. Welcome to the Cluckin Alamo. We'll start it off kind of easy. Get y'all's asses woke up. Get your coffee. Get your tea. Good morning. What do we got? We got Lele. Got Kiss Off Billy. Canadian. Northern Brother from Another Mother. Scat Pack. Let's see. Saw Best Life up in here. Good to see everybody. So, hey, few tunes. Get your coffee. Get your tea. We'll get this day started.
Yesterday, just a dream I don't remember. Tomorrow, still a hope I've yet to endure. I'm out of time, I'm out of rhyme, I'm out of reason. Seasons change and leave me out in the cold. Stories old, tale been told by many scholars. Got a fist full of dollars and pocket full of love. God above, if you hear me crying. Tried to sell my soul, but no one's buying. Lord, strike me down now if I'm lying. It's getting cold, it's time for dying. Come on and watch me shine. The world is mine today. Come on and watch me shine. Like the world is mine today. Watch me shine. That man who's free from sin cast the first stone and began the violence. Let the man whose words ring true speak on up till his voice breaks through the silence. Let the ones who lose their way live to see just one more day in the sunshine. Let the ones who choose to stray recognize the price they'll pay in their lifetime. Come on and watch me shine. Like the world is mine today. Come on and watch me shine. Like the world is mine today. Watch me shine. Sitting you wait for my roads to cross. You nail me down and you watch me bleed. So lay my head against the earth. Plant my body like a seed. You can't always get the things you want, love. Get what you deserve or maybe what you need. So fill my hole with precious dirt, love. Till the soil and plant the weed. Come on and watch me shine. Like the world is mine today. Come on and watch me shine. Like the world is mine today. Watch me shine.
Here's another one for you guys. Morning. What's up, Caterpillar? Good morning, everybody. It's a motivated Monday.
Taking my time, choosing my line, trying to decide what to do
Kiss off, keep your toys out of the coffee. Kiss off. Try to keep your toys out of your coffee. Okay? Okay. I ain't got no damn ball cap on, so don't give me no bullshit. I decided to wear my other cool hat. So now, take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So anyway. So hey. Did y'all have a good weekend? Yeah, it's got some vent holes on the side, but I don't wear it outside. I don't want to sweat in it. I'll just leave salt rings in it then. So, did y'all have a good weekend? Man, it's been just kind of crazy weekend. I don't know. Been pretty active around here. Whew. Got shit to do today. Was fixing to pick up speed, so I will say it's not like there's a lot of people I think that listen anymore. But hey, for the few of you that do, yeah, it's going to take a turn because I've got to get focused. It just is what it is. I got to get busy. I postponed putting that. I got to finish moving, getting the chicken coop set up. Kind of put it off this weekend. Worked a little bit, and then was just like, man, because it's hey, all choices have consequences, whether they're good or bad. But all the choices have consequences. So moving that chicken coop, it was a little something something, but we got through it. Played some airsoft Saturday and never fired a shot. Oh wow, look at you. Well, that went. Sounds like that kind of went over fast then. Hmm. That's it, one day at a time. It's just been crazy, man. I don't know. Just sometimes I view things like in challenges, or obstacles. And so you kind of zoom out and you look at things that are coming at you and you kind of go, oh, okay. And I don't know. Except no quarter. Surgery went well. My femoral artery is completely opened up now. There you go. Get some blood flow going. Hell yeah. Let's see, what was I going to do? Something else. So if I do that, yeah. Yeah, I just, I should kiss him out. I'll send you chucking metal. I'm definitely sore today between running airsoft and jumping and headbanging at the concert. My body's reminding me I'm not This is very true. This is a basic truism. Toes are different shades of purple, different shades of Smurf, though. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to get that blood flow going. Duct tape alley is good. There you go. It's not even duct tape now. Now it's some tape with a bandage. So there you go. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just drink a little coffee. We'll just throw a little jam up. Give people time to clear the cobwebs out of their ears. Kiss off. Hint, hint. Okay. Get your dog bone out the water bowl. Scotch tape now identifies as duct tape. Oh, no, sir. Scotch tape doesn't have the adhesive hold on and the healing powers that duct tape has. What's up, Grumpy Acres? Morning, morning. How are you and Yoda this morning? How's the weather up that way? What you up to, Grumpy? You want me to drop the link? Hot and muggy. I hear you on that one. Hey, morning, Blackbird. Cobwebs are for selective hearing. Right. Hey, morning, Miss Sherry. Hoorah. It's a Monday. Roger that, sir. Let's see. I don't know about y'all, but it's about refill time. Glad everybody's here. It's a Monday, and it's just the approach of the week. So we can approach the week with, shit, it's Monday, or we just approach this as in, hell yeah, it's Monday. We're going to rock this shit. We're going to make it a good week. We're going to get things done. We're going to move the ball forward. Instead of leaving little shit piles along the way of just bullshit, we'll leave cups of piss and vinegar to fire them up. Man, tell you, sometimes you can kind of watch so much stuff and you kind of listen to the rhetoric and you kind of listen to this and you kind of go, oh man, I don't know. But then you just, I don't know. What's going to happen is going to happen. There's a lot of lost individuals out there. It's a stressful world, and everybody handles that stress different. So we get different byproducts of the world that we're in. Hey, morning, Rainwater. Been storming. Had a tornado watch. Never had tornadoes here before. Oh wow, Miss Sherry. Blackbird on your first cup. Dang, you just getting started. Excuse me. It's Monday. I can walk, not very far, but I can walk without being in pain. I must say today is a good day. That's it. You know, it might seem like a lot of shit is bad. You just got to kind of push that stuff to the side and find that little glimmer of something positive and go, yeah, there's still some good in the world. But look at it this way, one more day and one headache is gone. Well, hey, let's see. We'll fire up a little song for you. I'm going to refill my cup. You gotta refill your coffee cup, get your cig, get whatever, how you get your day started. Here's a little tunage for you, and I'll be right back.
And when the band plays Hail to
kiss off. I'm sorry, I don't have any cheese available, so you have to stop the wine. I'm just saying. Morning, PJ Pilgrim. Morning, everybody. All you mother cluckers. Hell, even the lurkers matter. Who we? And did I blow your eardrum out? I'm sorry, Billy. That wasn't the intent. It's to motivate you. So it was just casualties of war. Let's see. I wonder what's. Is there anything after that one? Oh, yeah. Got another one. It's a good little thumper. Hey, it's Motivated Monday. Let's get motivated, y'all. Word. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Cluckin Alamo. This is where the old rooster don't sit around playing with their peckers and things. We do things. Get
We
shit
got
done.
ice, check. We got coolers, check. We got cases of cold, domestic gold, just waiting on the sun to set. Off the tops, crushing cans, camel koozie in her hand, circle up them jacked up toys. The buzz is just right, it's a Saturday night. Turn it up, let's make some noise. Cracking cold ones with the boys. Cracking cold ones with the boys. We got tunes, check. We got girls, check. So come on, have another. We got Sunday to recover, and we ain't started yet. Oh, pop the tops, crush some cans, camel koozie in her hand, circle up them jacked up toys. The buzz is just right, it's a Saturday night. Turn it up, let's make some noise. Cracking cold ones with the boys. Cracking cold ones with the boys.
Hey, morning, Eric.
Cracking cold ones with the boys. Cracking cold ones with the boys. Popping tops, crushing cans, camel koozie in her hand, circle up them jacked up doors. The buzz is just right, it's a Saturday night. Turn it up, let's make some noise. Cracking cold ones with the boys. Cracking cold ones with the boys. Yeah, cracking cold ones with the boys. Cracking cold ones with the boys.
Hey, you know what, Blackbird? It just kind of dawned on me. I don't know. It could have been another animal was jacking the veggies and either got scared off or your dog scared it off and it dropped it. So then your dog just went ahead and picked up the loot. How do they say that? To the victor go the spoils. Maybe that was it. So maybe it's not that they went all the way to go get it. They just intercepted something else that had done got it. And well, it's kind of like the anarchy kind of thing. See, the person with the bigger stick won. Well, apparently, whatever animal critter that had that originally just wasn't enough, and your dog took his shit. He got jacked trying to run off with the loot. I dropped it for you, Grumpy, if you got it. Hey, man, some little possum, raccoon, something decided he was going to get away with the goods, and your dog intercepted him, and all of a sudden, it was a no bueno por caca. What's up, sir?
What's up, guy? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So, what do you think of the Streamlabs software? Since I got you,
It's I mean, it does a whole lot more than I begin to do, by all means. I mean, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's cheap enough. That's the biggest thing, and it does basically the same kind of features. Yeah, there's some little things like the songs, doing music list. Well, StreamYard, or I don't know how it is now actually, because it's changed so much. But before, you could just grab the whole thing and then just load it up into StreamYard itself. So then you actually had your background music stored in StreamYard. So whether you were on the PC or tablet, you could play songs. With Streamlabs, it's off of the source, so you got to have it on what you're using.
Okay.
So,
well, I looked at what I'm paying for StreamYard and about crap my pants.
oh, I can only imagine, dude. I mean, they even sent me a 40% off thing, and I was like, so wait a minute. So what would that be for the? Holy shit, you're still higher than what I pay, and that's with 40% off. It's like, yeah.
So I'm looking for an alternative, and I'm doing my due diligence and trying to figure out which is the best one.
I can't remember specifically. I want to say it's like 140 or 100, might be 160 for the whole year. And with
Yep.
with Streamlabs, you also, because see, you do shorts and you do all that, so it'll be more beneficial. Because let's see, what is it you get access to? A thing called cross clip, so you can turn Twitch and YouTube videos into short form clips. You get a video editor that says video editor and a collaboration tool. You get a podcast editor. You get link space. You get a tipping thing. And so it's got, I just don't use none of that shit, dude. This is all I do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it would be more than what, hell, just for this is, like I said, 40% off, and I still pay less than what I was going to pay. And that's with 40% off. And it's like, well, it doesn't get more obvious than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I already paid for it till February. So gonna use it until then. And then I'm going to find an alternative, or I just quit YouTubing altogether. Who knows?
Nah.
So what's been going on?
Oh man, just life. Trying to stay in the focus, in the positive focus, because it is kind of easy to feel all downtrodden and feeling like, holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of really grim. Is that a proper adjective? There's a lot of grim news out there.
Oh yeah. Well, society's gone to shit right now, and so it's just and that the news, all the media, and even all the things that go, well, I don't watch news, but everybody still talks about the same negative stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could spend your entire live stream when you used to do those 12-hour live streams. You could spend that entire 12 hours doing nothing but talking about all the bad crap that's going on.
Oh yeah, because it's crazy. Morning, Tuck. Yeah, so I don't know, but I laugh and I just kind of, I'll catch myself and then I go, I can't change none of that, so it don't matter. And you just kind of gotta, it's like a little thing I got in my head. I say that and then I can just put that over to the side. It's like it doesn't matter. Because you can't deal with it.
I did that series on the propaganda and the narrative and all that stuff, the second chance to say no. And here's the thing about that, guys, and I'm not doing this to say go watch those videos, but
go watch them.
But go watch them. How's that for product placement?
Right.
But once you start seeing how it works, and even I was surprised after I did this and I was doing the research and stuff. I've started seeing it much more clearly, even since I did that series, just because I know what I'm looking for now. And the propaganda, nothing. There's zero out there. Nothing that you intake is free from propaganda and bias. Just plain and simple. Even this is going to be propagandized and biased. Well, I don't know about propagandized, but it's definitely biased.
Oh yeah, it's my opinion because it's my channel. So I mean,
Exactly.
anything coming out of my mouth is my opinion.
That's right.
So, but see, that's man. I gotta say, I still have these moments because me and the missus, I don't know. The best way I come up with it is it's like I'm waiting for Rod Sterling to let me know what I've been experiencing the past, 8, 9 years. It's like, because it's literally sometimes I feel like, and this isn't like towards anybody. This is me and just my process, what's being in my head, the way things were in life for me. And dude, I went from like I was active and I figured it out. It's like so like I stayed busy, man, 18, 19 hours a day. I was on the move. Sometimes I might not even sleep for 30 something hours because I'm having to
Damn.
go from here all the way down to a whole nother region, work shit. So I went from that kind of environment. And then I thought, well, I'm going to open this store. So that's when I did the little retail store for some people. And it was a vape store. And I thought, because I needed to, physically, I was getting rough. And I thought, well, okay, I can. That just personally doesn't work. So, see, all the people that think that I'm an asshole right here, right now, like, oh my God, dude, this is just who I am. It's like there. That's a prime example. One day I just looked at him and go, you know what? I think that I, I'm done. So I'm gonna step to the side at the end of the year. Oh, well, wait, why? And I go, because this is basically, I said, the raw version is, I said, this is your store. I don't agree with the way you run the store. There's no point in sitting here fighting back and forth. It's your store. I've offered my opinion. It is what it is. So you do you, and I'm going to go do me. And I literally walked away from that store at the end of the year, December 31st. It was like that was the last. That was that. Didn't look back. I'm just that way. And but man, I just got so off an edge that it's like I went from this world in existence, and then I went into this room, depression
Mm.
room, and it's like things were I blocked so much shit out that whenever I finally did stick my head back out to kind of go, hey, what's up? It's like, wait a minute, where did everybody go? Where's all the real people? What happened to the real men? Where's the real women? Where's moms and dads? Where did all this go? What the hell? We're whacking ding dings off and stuff, and we're screaming at each people, and you're cussing out each other, and you're. It's like, wait a minute, what kind of shit is going on? So yeah, it's literally almost like a Twilight Zone moment for me sometimes. I still have that because you just kind of look at where people are, and it's like, so you don't see this for what it is.
Yeah.
Like some of this shit is like it's like you're watching the people draw the picture, and you still think it's not, and it's like that one really trips me out, dude. Some of this shit you see right in there, and you just kind of go, so it's right there. Nobody picked up on that. Like nobody else saw that that was the complete opposite of just a week ago or something, or it's like this was bad and now it's good. Like it's so obvious. It's crazy.
Well, and correct me if you think I'm off base here, but I was thinking about this the other day, and the society today seems to be much more uh, pliable. Is that pliable? Much more
Gullible.
pliable in that the wind shift, and it shifts really quickly, and like you were saying, what was acceptable yesterday is not acceptable today. And I read a quote, and who said it? I don't even remember who said it, but it was, never underestimate the people's ability to be enticed by distractions. People forget exactly how easy, and part of it is the 24-hour news cycle, and the fact that most people spend about 70% of their day online. you know, in social media and consuming information, you
Hey,
know.
what's up? Morning, zombie.
But I don't remember it being like that when I was younger. Yeah.
Well, no, it's it's a I don't know how to explain that. It's almost like reality kept you in check before. Because like if I got up here and I don't like Marines, so I'm like, man, fuck Marines. Well, if I walked outside and said that, see, there is real life consequences for
Yeah.
choices that you make, and reality puts that on you. So it's like you have to keep yourself in check. This digital social platform alleviated all that.
Well, and then
So,
it became unacceptable to smack somebody in the chops.
well, yeah, see, and
Yeah.
that's just it's the accountability that I think they want to remove that. And it's like distraction. Don't you find that word kind of funny nowadays? Because it's like it gets used so much. If you say anything, if you say something about a plane flying by, oh yeah, that's just a distraction. If you say something about them voting on a bill, oh, that's just a distraction. If you say something about a law case that comes, it's like, but let's step back one more. What are we distracted from? Like what's the objective here? Because if you're distracted, then that means you were focused on something. What was that? And yet that's so obfuscated and clouded. They don't know it's no focus
Well,
on that.
and I guarantee you there's people in the chat. There's people in the chat that champion for distraction.
Oh,
Put a one in
yeah.
chat if you said anything to anybody about the Epstein files in the last month. You know, you wanting it released and wanting it all put out on the table, or complaining about Pam Bondi and that. I'll hear it. Well, I can't do it because I'm here. I've said stuff on my live about it.
Yeah.
I was just talking about how Trump is burning political capital for no reason. But that's a distraction. And it started failing. So what they do, they pivoted and they're doing something else now. Here's here's something that's 100% true, people. Seriously. My entire life, your entire life, no matter who was voted in as president, two things are true. Number one, the bombs kept falling. And number two, the national debt has gone up. Those two things are constant through our entire lives. And think about how Trump is painted so different than the Biden and Obama administrations. Think about how different Reagan was from Clinton, or not Clinton, Carter and Dole and all those other people. But the simple fact is those two things are true.
Oh, that's there was something happened, and it shows the power of the media. Even for the people that say they don't watch mainstream media, they were affected by it. And I firmly believe this because up until that dude come down that escalator, he was not the target. He wasn't the mob boss. He wasn't the head of the snake. He wasn't the leader of the deep state. He wasn't part of the Rothschilds. He wasn't part of any of that. This was just a land mogul dude who became a TV guy with a TV show. He's been in movies. He was just, man, this is kind of the Playboy personality millionaire. Everybody interviewed his ass. Everybody just talked. And then the minute that dude come down that escalator, it was like they reached over and hit the big flip switch. And the message so went whoop. And now all of a sudden, this is a Russian asset. He's the worst. Orange man bad. He's going to kill everybody. He's a deep state. He's part. And it's like, holy shit, what just happened? And when you think about it, it really comes down to the main networks that spit that message. So even the people that, oh, I don't watch mainstream news. I don't watch none of that. I hadn't done that in 20 years. You were still affected by it because the minute those networks decided to flip that switch, their message trickled across because now that's where we're at right now. That's why people can't even see the good in anything.
So Zombie Force put up there, public disclosure of corruption in government is a good policy of Trump. Zombie Force brings up something really, really important to remember in all this. Even I'm going to go out on a limb here. I may be completely wrong, but you could look at every single presidency in our lifetime and find something good. You can't. Even if it might be really damn hard during Biden and possibly Obama, but all the other ones, there was some positive that they did.
Well,
at
Obama,
the
you can
very
give
least.
immigration. He did the massive deportation.
So does the good outweigh the bad?
Nope.
In certain cases, yes. So the Biden administration was a complete disaster for this nation and did nothing but throw accelerant on the fire that's going to burn down the house. And Trump, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the only thing Trump is doing is he's buying us a little time. But I go back to my original statement. Two things are true. The debt's still going up and bombs are still falling.
Well, I got to give him credit, though. At least we're not involved, so he ain't picking fights, and he understands. I think his approach is different. That's like,
Well, and
it's
I'm
kind of
not.
like some people try to do a thing when somebody, like they do it with people. So if you have a guy, physically, he's totally capable of snapping your neck and throwing you across the road. But because he talks softly to you and he shakes your hand and he doesn't do that, people will call him and classify him as a sissy, a wuss, and all this, when really he's not. He just isn't into the conflict. And I feel that way sometimes because people want to act like, rescue. I've seen my share. What? So I can punch you in the face. I choose not to. I'd rather shake your hand. I mean, that's really what I go for. I've done enough punching in the face. Well, I think he looks at America that way. I'm not saying I agree with every reaction to him. Hell, if you were president, Grumpy, I like you and we're friends. I like to think we're friends. But that doesn't mean I'm going to like every single thing you're fixing to do. I'm sure that if we're friends, you don't like everything I say, but that doesn't mean we
I
can't be
tear
friends.
gas you.
Hey, that's better than
No.
pepper balls.
And guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing Trump the baby out with the bathwater. But what I'm trying to say is we need to remember exactly what's going on in the background. Because think about the first time Trump got in. I don't know how much you paid attention to the prepping world. When Obama was in, people were going nuts. My gosh, they were prepping so hard because the end was coming. And as soon as Trump got into office, people took their feet off the pedal and people literally started selling their supplies. Like their
That's
freeze-dried
because, see, and you bring up a good point, Grumpy, because during that time, that first time, the main rhetoric was he's going to drain the swamp. He's going to do this. He's going to do it. There was no American citizen participation. This one person was supposed to go in there and fix everything that was wrong with our government. And everybody just kicked up the lazy boy, put the feet up, and got the drink, and was like, cool, he's going to take care of it. And then all of a sudden, the shock and awe when shit wasn't all cleaned up. Then you had the wave of, he said he was going to drain the swamp. And it's like, oh, yeah, because you helped so much, right, in your local elections.
But, dude, I've talked to people personally, and I realize this is anecdotal, because it's just my experience. But I've talked to people that because of the Epstein file, they feel like they were they were lied to. They lied about it all, and they feel that they were betrayed. They're not having anything to do with Trump. They're completely off the agenda, and they're back to nothing's going to change and nothing is good.
Yep.
And nothing may change.
Well, let's put this in a reality perspective. One person in a country of 350 million people, he has a title. That's cool. That title only has the power that the 350 million people actually give it. Otherwise, it's just a title.
Right.
You can be the CEO of Walmart right now until your ass walks into Bentonville and say, well, I'm running this. And they kind of go, excuse me, who are you again? So you can have whatever title. It's going to take the American citizen getting active. And that's where, it's like with the shit he's doing right now. That's where I can get dark, because you start listening to people and you start seeing the future and you kind of go, I don't know, man, are you people going to participate in next year's election, your local elections? Are you going to participate in 28? So because if we lose the House and the Senate, they're going to impeach his ass and there will never be another election again. They will take control, and that will be that. Rather, I'm not Republican. I don't give a shit, dude. All I can tell you is this country is set up with the Democrat Republican parties, and right now they get to write the checks, and they kind of have access to badass shit. So maybe we ought to put them in check. Morning, see.
Well, you bring up a couple of good points there, Rescue. The first one is, and I've seen this personally over the last year and a half. I think one good thing that's going to come out of the Trump administration is the fact that more and more people are deciding to get involved, because they're seeing that just being there isn't enough. You have to be involved. You have and nothing you do at your local level is going to affect Washington D.C. at all. But they're getting involved, and they're taking
Over
care of
time.
the local stuff. Over time, it ripples. And that goes back to my comment that there is no political solution to what's going on in America.
See, but there is, I think, in that damn, who is that guy? What's his name? He's the head dude of that Hillsdale guy. Lee, is it Lee something?
Oh,
Lee,
I know you're
Lee
talking.
Parnin or something like that, I think is his name. Dude, he breaks it down. I remember hearing this a few years ago, and I thought, wow, okay, he talks about the founding fathers and the three structures, and then over time why there's the time frames that we have. Your 2 years, your 4 years, your 6 years, and it's because when shit gets so bad, it didn't get bad overnight. So you can't crater this country in just a one-term thing. That was apparently the whole intent, was in one term, you can't bring this country down. Now, you can make it suck, that's for sure. Not questioning that by any means. But you can't collapse this country with a one-term president, not even a two-term president. And it was designed that way, with the stretched out part like that. And I was like, well, that totally makes sense now. And that's where I think that's why I really kind of put me on this local participation, because there's something to be said about that. It's like with this redistricting they're fixing to do. That's going to have an impact, because it's the way the dominoes fall. Your area sucks, then that means you have a suck-ass representative up in there. You have a suck-ass senator up in there. So guess what? Federal shit is going to suck. If you start putting more solid people local, you start sending more solid people up, then they take the majority.
Well, you make my point. You make my point that there is no political solution, because that solution does not start with politics. That solution starts with people and people changing. So,
well, yeah, but that's your political thing, though, would be to, I mean, if you want to get down to just brass tacks, raise a better generation that's more mature, more solid, more righteous, more men, more women that actually feel the roles, that feel the pride and the nationality of the American dream, that believe in that, just like, I know my grandfather and my dad did. Raise that generation, the representation coming out of there will be totally different.
Well, that's exactly the point. And like I said, that's not.
But not all crackheads are sitting out on the corner.
Yeah.
In shit-filled shorts, as we all just saw for 4 years. Some of them were in the White House.
But too many people, even today, after everything has gone on, we just need to vote harder. No, well,
you got to pay attention to who you're sending up there.
You're looking.
My thing, when I say tell you to vote, is to pay who attention. It's like Brian Babin is our representative. So if I thought Brian Babin was up there talking all this shit, lock us down, mask us up, force the jet, then I'd be out here countering him, going, oh no, we got to get rid of this dude. That's what I mean by vote local. Everybody points at like the Nancy Pelosi. How come nobody ever told anybody in her district that maybe y'all ought to get rid of her? Instead, they just kind of go, Nancy Pelosi. There's a district that says yes or no. So when you look at these people that aren't good, there's a base behind them that's whether now they might steal the vote like in Washington and Oregon and all that. I'm sure they steal votes left and right. They just busted a bunch of people down here in Harris County.
Yeah.
That's the correction, and I think that's where people get Trump wrong. Trump's focused on that 2020 election because, and I can see it, the elections are the core of this country. If you really do lose your vote, because everybody likes to say your vote don't matter. Well, if your vote really didn't matter, then we would look like the UK. We would look like Canada. We would look like Australia. There's a difference. Those are close mimicking countries, and they're not us. And why are they not us? Because we have the power to vote. We have elected representatives. They can tell you how we're under the Queen and you're still under maritime. I don't give a shit, dude. We're not. I tell you what, ain't nobody going to jail over here. I don't know if y'all saw that shit in Montreal, Canada. I think it was Montreal. But dude, they went into a church to have an event in a church to worship in a church, and they filed charges on them because they didn't have a permit. And it's like, why do you need a permit to worship in a church? But that's the attack on Christianity.
Did I tell you what happened here at 4th of July?
Hmm.
This was great. This was awesome. So Rowdy over at Lifetime Free Tag, he built a community building over there. We were calling it a community building, and we had a great big 4th of July. It was on the 5th actually, called the Freedom Fest. Guys, go out onto the Lifetime Free channel. He's got a video of the fireworks display. Guy donated this fireworks display, and it was like $40,000 worth of fireworks.
Okay.
I did not see it firsthand. I watched the video.
Was it
it was awesome.
Was it one of the programmed ones?
Yeah, it was a program one. Anyway, the county commission, we put flyers out and we invited the community, and the county commissioners were like, "Oh, they're having an event. They're having an event." He didn't file for a special event permit, and Rowdy was watching it. I guess they were live streaming it or something. But Rowdy ended up going down there while all this was going on, and he was like, he went down there and he's like, "You can't tell me who I can invite to my property, and I can't. It's a private property. It's not a public building. It's not a public venue. So you can't tell me squat." And he told him just to stuff it, and held it anyway. And so the joke is, the joke in the community now is we can't call it a community building anymore. We have to call it the warehouse, because it's not a community building. It's a warehouse.
It's a warehouse.
But he embarrassed the commissioner so bad that one of the county commissioners, who's a complete tool, called him and apologized. But that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. You just say no. But anyway.
Well, and you're righteous in your stance. It's not just the saying the no part. It's that he said no because he was righteous in his stance, and he knew that. It wasn't that I just want my way. It's called, no, I have legitimate righteous ground to stand on. This is my property. These are my American rights. And no. So and there's that, and I know it sounds like, yeah, obviously, but see, to me, that's the big gray area, because everybody wants to scream, no. It's like, what legitimate ground? That's where I find it funny with some of the people that gripe about the state of our country. And it's like, well, what have you done in your existence of decades to participate in a better? Like, do you feel robbed of all the hard work you've done, or do you just feel robbed from the handouts that you haven't been given? Like, what are you really mad about? Me, I can tell you right now, I get pissed off because I get pissed off at drunk drivers. I pulled so many people out of it stuff, and you get tired of seeing that. You get tired of seeing the ugliness of people. And so I get frustrated, but then I think I've brought shit to the table. And that's why I kind of feel robbed. It's almost like I tried to help things be better, and you got asshats out here that make it worse. And so what are you really mad about? Do you bring something to the table? What are we bringing to the table? And that just sounds kind of rough for some. And I'm sorry, because I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. It's just, I look at things like that. As you do your day-to-day life and you interact with people, what do you bring to the table? Are you bringing shit to the table, Or are you bringing a handshake and a smile, a wave, a nod? Does it really affect you so much to look at somebody and go, hey, oh my God, I ain't give it. What stupid mentality. And man, that's how society changes.
So
So,
Blackbird posted. So are you going to have a permit for a family reunion in a park? If it's large enough, the city will probably say something to you about it. Absolutely. You know, because if you've got so many people there that the facilities won't hold it, the city will come in and force you to get porta potties and stuff like that. You know, and it's just a matter of, first off, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do a family reunion in a city park anyway, but that's another story.
well, and it's a city property. So once again, there's where all that little, all the problems start. If you just take that out to Joe Blow's hayfield, bam, all those issues go off the table. It's that city environment.
Mm-hmm.
And my personally, I don't know, man. I don't know how you get rid of it's almost like I think sometimes, but then I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. That's some of that authoritarian kind of shit. But it's almost like you want to just start segregating all this corporate shit and go here. Y'all just go hang out over there and let everyday working people that live and because that's what does it in cities. It's that the money that comes in is from all those businesses, and that's why these larger cities. It's not the citizens. It's like New York City. Dude, New York City, that's all them big ass corporations with all their office buildings and all that money that they put in to that mayor race and all that shit. That's who gets the say in those cities. That's why these cities are so quick to do a two-way ban. Oh no, you can't carry. What? Really? Did everybody in this city just vote for that? No, but those businesses that fund in most of the campaign money, that's what they wanted. It's kind of like your cities are the minor versions of lobbyists to me.
So Blackbird responded back with, "Okay, what about a private fireworks show on a family farm? Try doing a fireworks show with Class C fireworks and not having somebody there that's certified to do it, and see how quickly you get arrested. Seriously." Now, and the guy that did the fireworks show at Tags was a certified fireworks guy. So he had all the safety courses and all that stuff. And I've done like amateur shows back before 9/11. You know, you guys realize that you could go buy Class C fireworks, which are now registered as a destructive device by the ATF. You could go buy them. And we had a guy used to throw the best party. There'd be like 150 people there, and he would take a trailer down to Oklahoma and buy $20,000 worth of fireworks, and then we set up the show and we do the show ourselves. You know,
dude, that's back when the real M80s would literally blow shit apart.
Oh yeah,
like that was that. Not the M80s that they say now. The M80s back then, you'd stick that off, and man, you could put that in the door jamb of a vehicle and blow the lock blow the door open on a vehicle. That was. But see, it's kind of like the. I look back now, and I see it, of course, because things become clear when you look in the rearview mirror, you know. But that's where they just started the whole accountability thing. Start blaming things. It's like with 9/11. Well, okay, fireworks, the Second Amendment. Oh, that gun's a little too big. I don't know about that one. And it just starts down the order until now all of a sudden here we are 2025 and they're talking about pistols and a regular AR and shit. You shouldn't have. It's just that quick.
Dude, remember when you could flush an M80 down a toilet and it would blow the steel pipes apart?
Oh man, blow that mofo right up.
I never did that, but I know some guys that did that. Yeah. You know, but the response to all this by us, again, it's not this is not a political solution. When I say this, it sounds political because it has ramifications, but it's a moral and ethical solution. It's people changing. It's just say no. Don't participate. Tell them no. You know, and it's easy for me to sit here and do this. There are real world ramifications for doing this. We're fighting the county commissioners right now because they passed a resolution saying that their inspectors could come on our property anytime they wanted. And if we told them no, that they would go get an administrative warrant. Now, none of this is new. None of that's new. That's all been on the books before. But the thing is, this resolution that they posted, they had zero discussion about it in the public, and they posted in the paper, and it was a great big middle finger in the face of all the constituents in the county, all the people that did it. And it's because, and it's
But
all stems from money.
doesn't that violate your state constitution?
Well, Chris Kobach, the attorney general, has been notified, and they're looking at it. But there's a couple of civil rights lawyers. There's some organizations throughout the country that do pro bono work in these cases, and they're looking at it. I kind of dropped the ball this last week. I've been meaning to put a CORA, the Kansas Open Record Amendment request in, because I got online and could not find anything about public discussion about this, and I want to know what was said and what the logic behind this resolution and posting it was. I didn't do that last week, and I should have. I need to do that this week. But and when I do that, I'm gonna make myself a target.
Yep.
I'm gonna make myself a target, and they're gonna come. They're gonna send the inspectors out here, and I'm probably gonna. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. Anyway.
Well, you got to stand your ground, but you got to be prepared for that, because if, especially just, and really when it comes down to it, the worse something is, the harder the fight against that's going to be. So the bigger the bad wolf it is, if it's the baby bad wolf, it'll just be a back and forth. As that wolf gets bigger, that fight's going to get harder.
Yeah.
And you just got to be prepared for that. Otherwise, don't participate. But it is what it is.
But I guarantee you, every single person out there in the chat, if you go look at your local paper, every state has sunshine laws, so they have to post all this stuff. If you go look at your local paper and you start getting involved and you start looking at it, I guarantee your county commissioners are abusing the citizens of your county. Just plain and simple. I guarantee it. And this is where the change happens. You change the community, you change the social fabric of the community, and then it gets into what you were talking about, Rescue, where the local politics start changing.
Well, and it's when you think about it, it's everything. So, want to bitch about all cops are bastards? Okay, we'll raise better people to be cops. All doctors are liars, and okay, we'll raise better doctors. No, all lawyers are scammers, then raise better lawyers. Politicians raise better. It comes down to people, and it's society and the moral compass, and it's what we are accepting as. Nobody wants to call anything out. Nobody holds anybody accountable going, well, you're full of shit. That's not what you said last time. And I'm guilty of that myself. There's shit I see, but I don't say anything because I know the ramifications, and it'll be like, you know what? It's not worth it. And in all honesty, it's really not, because it just involves shit that has really, I could just ignore it, and it has no effect out here. My chickens still do what they do. My tomatoes are still growing the way they do. The grass still does what it does. But when it comes to the politics, I think it's like in your area. Now, that's the one thing around here. I mean, I know our county judge. I've known her for 40 years. My mom knew her. So that's, sometimes I get it. Whenever I talk, I'm coming from a very narrow perspective, because I don't know who's in the rear, if it's the people that are so oppressed, or if it's people like me that don't see any of it. I don't know where it's more, but that's why it's like, pay attention to your council, your county. What are they doing? Like I watch ours. You can go down to it too. But see, I got the benefit of one Walmart. We got two grocery stores, a Brookshire's and an HEB. We have one Domino's. There's one Burger King. So there's only one of anything around here. So I think that makes participation a little bit more checks and balances. It's like our tax assessor here. You can't go if all mouthy and woke and trying to raise all that, and then go shopping at the same grocery store that
Oh, yeah.
everybody you just tried to screw over goes for groceries. It just doesn't work out well.
You mentioned Walmart. Have you been following this thing that happened up in Traverse City a
Oh
couple days
yeah,
ago?
11
So
people.
I find this interesting. Um, the news reported it as there was a stabbing and the police arrested the guy with the help of a citizen. And it turns out that the guy, the citizen, was an armed citizen.
A,
He had his conceal and carry. And there's
a
video of
black
him.
armed citizen with
A
concealed
what?
carry.
A what?
A black guy.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No,
But he,
but that's, you got to remember where it's at. It's the whole race card, and it's that you got to take that off. So a black individual had a concealed carry, and he just stopped this guy after stabbing 11 people.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to fit the narrative.
And I'll tell you what, I watched that video. He was a hell of a lot
Corner
nicer
rabbit.
than I would have been. A hell
Dude,
of a
I
lot
mean, to
nicer.
tell you right, I'm just like, I'm sorry. No, you've done went from here to over here. Why are we moving so much? No, I meant drop it right now.
Dude, he was within 21 feet of that guy, and he would have been well within his rights to drop him. Period, because he's within the danger zone. You know, but
Oh, that did. Yeah.
but if you watch the news, I haven't I didn't read the news this morning, so I don't know what's coming out of there now. But as of yesterday, they were still refusing to say that the guy that he was armed, the Second Amendment guy, and B, that he's the one that stopped it. The police didn't have anything to do with it. The police, and they got there in 3 minutes, and 3 minutes in a place like Traverse City with 16,000 people is a great response time. That's an awesome response time.
Yeah.
But he had it. Him and another guy stopped it, and it doesn't take very long to stab 11 people.
I gotta say though, man, the one thing that does trip me out, because the one thing I noticed was, so you see the footage where got him, and they're right there, but then there's that clip and it pans over to that person towards the entrance,
Yeah.
that was stabbed. That's how far that dude went from there all the way over to there when that dude. And I don't know. Yeah, that dude had
Well,
way more patience than I would
He
have.
pulled the gun and the guy walked away, and that's why they traveled so far.
Yeah, see, I would have dropped him right there.
I would have popped him just because there's no telling what he was going to do.
That's it.
But that's just me. Save the people some taxpayers' money. It's obvious that the dude's guilty.
Now watch
Yeah.
when that goes to court. I wonder if they're going to show you how all those Walmart cameras in there really don't work or something, or if they're actually going to show the footage.
And we still don't know. The Ann Coulter rule. I don't know if you remember that. So Ann Coulter, if you know who she is, she's a political pundit. But she had this rule that if the media does not tell you the race and gender of somebody, then they're hiding something. So we knew it was a man that did the stabbing, but we still don't know. We still don't know who he was, right? It's just like the Nashville shooting. They hid all that stuff. Anytime you get an event like that and they refuse to tell you who did it, pretty good bet. The two white couple that got beat unconscious in Memphis this weekend by a violent mob. They didn't tell you what the mob was, and it's like, do I really need to read the article, or can I just say?
Well, did you hear about the couple in Arkansas? Dude, that was crazy, man.
Which one? What happened in Arkansas?
There was a couple, a man and a woman, and they were walking on this trail with their daughters.
Like, oh yeah,
7 and 10 or some shit like that, and this dude killed both of them. Didn't harm the kids, but just took both of them out. And I was like, holy crap, dude, you're just walking down a trail, and here you need to not be here no more. What kind of shit?
Oh my goodness.
The name of that. It was
and again, this goes back. There's a cautionary tale there. The because of the moral decay and the fabric of society being destroyed so thoroughly over the last 50, 60 years, stuff is it's happening more and more and more, you know, and a lot of people, I used to think that I was seeing it because my eyes were open more and I was paying attention more, but it's not. If you look at it, it's actually happening more and more and more in certain places. You know, crime across the country over the last 20 years has actually gone down, but in certain places, it's gotten worse. And again, do we really need to discuss where those places are?
Well, it's major metropolitan cities. And see, and that's the thing too, is I think sometimes people forget, but the media and the narrative that you might see on your thumbnails aren't going to be the same for everybody. They literally feed the algorithm, and that goes through the news, commercials, marketing, everything. So it's like, look at New York City, dude. That's what dawned on me. It's like, how do you ever get control of that? Like, how does the common sense ever come back? Because all the ads, all that neon shit, all those screens that just throw messages up, that's who controls the mentality of that city. Because
Mm-hmm.
they can put good shit up there, people would wave and they would greet people more. They can put up how, Trump is trying to do this and no, now the Republican, and people walk around pissed off. There's just so much of this. And that's why I think the media plays. I'm still waiting for him to get his shit together and god dang, man, get somebody in the FCC. All this stupid bullshit that they get to just put out. It blows my mind. I mean, I'm not a CNN fan. I personally don't give a shit about them, but I know that they play in airports and waiting rooms and doctor offices and all these places that just turn them on. And so they shouldn't be allowed to just say things that are a lie. If you want, I got an opinion, they should have to put that. This is an opinion piece only. This is the facts. Well, then you got to report the actual facts like that with the reporting. This individual, this race, age, concealed carry, did this. Those are the facts of the story. You might not like them, so you might have your opinion piece where you want to hide all that and just focus on this. But you ought to have to, because that's what, man, it keeps people so jacked up.
Well, the Traverse City one, they didn't lie. Yeah, there was a guy stabbed people. The police arrested him, and an armed a citizen helped. You know, that's a true statement.
Well, yeah, it's just that, but it's not to me. I don't know. Somehow there needs to be a moral clarity. Like you need to be, because there's just like there's the reason that they're not saying them. There, that counter reason is why you should have to say them.
Well,
Specific facts,
yeah,
details. And they
no,
used to back in the day when you would actually send reporters out because there was no quick little text message or a stream that you could just do it out to the. You actually had to get in your damn car. Either the
they were
camera
still
guy
crafting
picked
the
you up
narrative.
and took off, or you went and picked the camera guy up and y'all took off to go get to the story.
Shit, Walter Cronkite got on the news and said after the Way attack or the Tet offensive that Vietnam was lost. He single handedly, him and who did he work for? NBC, is that who he worked for? Anyway,
I think so.
um, he they single handedly tanked the American war effort in Vietnam. Not that it was a winning proposition to begin with, but they single handedly tanked it. And it come to find out years after the fact that Walter Cronkite was manipulating people back then. So it's not like it's anything new. Go back to the Spanish American War, the New York
Well, no,
Times.
it does. What got us was the corporations came in, and as they started absorbing, because people all want to chase money. That's why I was even guilty of it. I used to blame corporations for most of it, but to be honest, it's people. And here's what happens, and I've seen it around here a few. And you start a business, and we'll just go since we're talking newspapers. You have a newspaper. Your newspaper is successful. It's very popular in your area. But in the big city that's down the road from you is a bigger paper. And that has more of a political clout. So all of a sudden they can, matter of fact, and it happened down in Harris County. What was it? It was the Houston Chronicle and the Houston Post. and they literally combated each other until one bought up and squashed the other one out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what that does is now the news is only a one direction thing. And just like the businesses, it's like where your family groceries used to be, and you'd have this meat market and that vegetable thing and that. Well, no, now it's the grocery store or it's a Walmart, and it's because corporations come in and buy shit up. Here, it happened to us with Walmart. We used to have the regular old Walmart, and when they went 24/7 and did the whole grocery bullshit, they literally squashed our meat market and our vegetable markets, put them right out of business. You can drive by the building right now. We do sometimes look over and go, man, I miss John's. That was like the best meat market ever. And then you look and you watch. That's what they do. They just come in any competition. That's why I think, man, somebody ought to dig into this Dollar General and Dollar Tree shit, because they've got to be some back end ties to Walmart. There's just no way Walmart out of nowhere just said, sure, we're going to let you open up 5, 6 stores all around us.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't what I've seen you do in the past. You squash these people. You make sure that they leave, and all of a sudden you got them right next door to you, and there's no competition. There's no. It's, yeah. So on the back end, it's all going in the same coffers.
Speaking of markets, man, we went to the Kansas City Farmers Market on Saturday, and that was enjoyable. My daughter and her family are in town for her reunion. Well, I say in town. They're in Kansas City, 2 hours away. But we went up.
It's a little enough state. It's kind of like the size of one of our cities.
We went up and met them at the city market and had a great morning, seeing the granddaughter and doing the market. But the thing that got me was I had not been to the farmers market down there for a good 5 or 6 years, and we used to go all the time when the kids were little. I mean, it used to be you could go down there and that's how we got good quality fruits and vegetables by driving down to the downtown and hitting the city market, because you could get it you could get it cheap, but it had changed. They ran the train up there. They've got a trolley system that goes up there now. They changed all the parking. They made parking so you got to pay. A lot more commercialized stuff. A lot more commercialized stuff. And I was sitting there thinking about it. I said, had I not been here before, I would think that this is pretty good. And it was. They did a good job. They cleaned it up, and everything's a lot more organized, and they got rid of some of the more questionable vendors, the people, the immigrants who came from countries that hygiene was not the same level as what it was, things like that. Yeah. So had I not known the past, I would have been like, this is actually good. But it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same as it used to be. The old Italian guy that used to run the fruit stand that would hit, and when I say he's old, he was like 80 years old, 90 years old, and he would flirt with every single woman that came by. him and Mama Rose. Mama Rose is the mom of one of our friends. She's actually Sicilian, and him and her would stand over the counter and argue about cannolis and just flirt with each other the whole time. He was awesome. But that's that. If I was Gen Zers, they love it. And Rabbit asked if I was well armed. Yes, I was, but we were there early enough that the people that would be important for weren't there. They didn't start getting there till about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I was telling Angela, if you go to Lawrence, Kansas, that's where KU is, or KU. It's a very liberal town. It's like a different world. Seriously, you go down there. But if you go down on Massachusetts Avenue, which is the main drag, on a Saturday morning, you can stand there and see the predators. Oh, you look like you locked up there for a second. But you could see the predators. You could see the sheeple who had no idea that somebody was watching them, and you could see people that were casing them. And Saturday morning at the farmers market in Kansas City, I told Angela, I said, I've only seen 2 people here so far that I would be concerned about, that like popped up on my radar. And that changed about 11:30, 12 o'clock right before we left. You know,
And there were a
so
lot more people.
there's the key. If you're near an inner city Walmart and you don't want to be bothered by that crowd, just go between 7 and 11 in the morning on a Saturday, and you won't have to deal with them. You know, and everybody knows exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was fun, and I'm going out. I got the day off today, so I'm gonna meet her and my daughter or granddaughter for lunch up by the Legends.
Oh, hell
Uh,
yeah.
Legends is a big shopping area. It's up there near the Kansas Speedway and the stadium where the Kansas City soccer team plays and all that. It's actually pretty nice up there. But doing that.
Dollar General. I was looking to see. I think corporations, man, that's what kills the whole vibe, and it's that's why I say I don't think there's any single head of the snake per se, other than unless you're getting spiritual, and then you got the good and evil. But on a people level, it's this drive for money. It's the love of money. It's it's like corporations. When you kind of break it down, John's supermarket that we had here, he so until Walmart showed up, he was accustomed to, and I'll just make numbers up because I'm just for the point. So he's comfortable making 5 grand a month profit. He runs this meat market. His family, he's raising kids. He's got the 10-year-old truck, whatever. His life, it's all cool. Walmart comes in. Well, okay, now he's got to be more active because now there's competition that's showing up. So that's changed business life. And then all of a sudden he gets an offer to just sell, hey, you want
Mm-hmm.
to sell the meat market, and we're going to give you 1.6 million. Well, this dude's been making 5 grand profit a month. He's been raising his kids, and he just got an offer of 1.6 million for this. And he's like, and see it. I personally think that it's just a human fault. We fail to look at after the effect. So you're in that moment, and you're like, yeah. Well, then all of a sudden, guess what? You don't have anymore around here is John's Supermarket because they
Mm-hmm.
bought it off. John went, sure. If he handles the money right, then maybe he didn't have to work anymore. If he didn't handle it, he'll be back. He'll be doing something in about 3, 4, 5 years as he burns through the money.
Yep.
So, but then all of a sudden, now in that town, you don't have a meat market. Well, you had this guy that made furniture or he did upholstery. Well, now you have online, so you have Amazon or all these different things. So people look and they say, well, damn, man, I could just ship it to this guy and I can get it done for, $100, and you're wanting to charge me 250. And it's the disconnect of people interaction because, to be honest, well, that sounds so outrageous, but is it really though? Because you can actually take your piece down to the person. You can talk about what you want done. They can do it. You can get it, look at it, and not be happy, address that. I think, and that's worth the extra money. And it's the human interaction, it's the dealings. And I think that slowly has been eroded through everything in different avenues of our life. Communication, you know, hell, when I was a kid, you got on your bike and you went down to your buddy's house to see if he wanted to do something. Now it's a text message, and it's not even a fully spelled out text message. It's an abbreviated shit. So we don't even spell the damn words anymore. And it's the dumbing down of life and all this stuff that computers were supposed to make our life better. To me, it's actually had the counterproductive.
Okay.
It's actually made people stupider, lazier, uglier, more perverted.
Rabbit's trying to start a fight, and I'm not going to take the bait. All them human critters from Kansas come down and raid our lake area. Let's be honest, Rabbit. It's not Kansas. It's Johnson County. Again, totally different world than rural Kansas. Johnson County is one of the top 10 richest counties in the country or something like that. And it's a suburb of Kansas City. And those the people that live in Johnson County are completely different animals than the people that I live around out here. Yeah. But he is right. He is 100% right. During the summertime, Lake of the Ozarks is inundated with city folk. I used to be one of those people. I used to have a lot down there. We'd go down there, had a trailer down there, and we'd go spend the weekends down there, not paying attention. But yeah. You mentioned the head of the snake, and I'm going to say this again. I know you probably heard this story from me before, but I'm going to reiterate it here for people that haven't heard it before. You talk about everybody talks about they, they are doing this to us, them, they and them. But when you ask them who they are and who them is, people can't give you a good answer. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you guys how to tell who them and they are, and how it ties directly back into what Rescue said about looking for the head of the snake. They and them are not one person. They and them are the output from the institutions that the system has created to promote and implement the ideology of global capitalism. All right. This is the reason why whenever you get rid of one of these people, one of the WF people, they do something stupid, like they diddle a kid, or they steal, they put money in their freezer. This is why when you get rid of them, there's always somebody there to take their place, is because there's all these fellow travelers, and they don't coordinate. Everybody thinks that there's a smoky room where these guys sitting back and they smoke cigars and plan to take over the world. No, they don't do that.
It's a behavioral
What happens?
mentality.
Yeah, they're all fellow travelers, and they all know what needs to be done. That's why when you get rid of one of them, another one's going to pop up. This goes back to, there is no political solution here. We have to take back the institutions. They have academia has been corrupted and co-opted, and the higher education.
That's going back to the states now.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things coming out of the Trump policies. But more importantly, if you're in the chat and you're a parent, don't send your kid to college. Why send your kid to college and put them $100,000 into debt?
That's something now too. That, what was it? Pell Grants. Pell Grants are going to be available for trade schools.
Okay, good, but you have to pay.
It's a step in the right direction. It's better than funnel them into these basket weaving classes.
But your kid's better off if you're going to spend $100,000 on their education. You're better off giving them $100,000, sending them to a trade school, and having them create their own business, because after 10 years after graduation, they're going to be better off than the person that got the degree. And
look into the school and send them to a specific school that's going to, I personally see. There was a time when I was like, okay, college, whatever. It doesn't fit anymore. And it's not just because of this radical, weird shit that's coming off the universities, but it's, I don't know, this isn't going to make much sense, but it's almost like the corporations outsource themselves. Because it's like when they came on the scene, and I remember this as I growing up, because used to, man, if you graduated high school, you were eligible for any job as long as you were physically capable of doing it. So I mean, it's pretty much, you could go to work and be a journeyman, electrician, carpenter, whatever, if you just had the capabilities to show up. Well, then we used to make fun of it back in the day. The alphabet started after the names, because then all of a sudden it was, well, do you have an associate's degree? Well, do you have a bachelor's degree? Well, do you have a master's degree? Well, do you have a doctorate degree? And it's like it kept moving up, and they just kept adding these initials to their names. Hey, morning, Tactical Muffin Top. They just kept adding these initials to their names, but now they've outsourced themselves because you don't produce them anymore. Now you've actually flipped your whole little university into some little political platform, and so you're not even producing your own CEOs, and your own business managers, because that's where the corporations kind of took over. They made that the the dean of success was you're the guy in the three-piece suit with the tie, and you're getting in this fancy foo-ha-ha car, and you live in this, penthouse on the 20th floor, and this is when you've made it in life. And it's like, no, but they broadcasted that, and then the shows, or your day-to-day TV shows, started mimicking all this shit, this fake reality. And look, you got byproducts like Andrew Tate. That dude's a piece of shit, dude. And I feel bad in a way about saying it because I don't really know him. I just know this digital persona that's out here, and from that I just go, wow, what a piece of shit.
He's a pimp. The problem with Andrew Tate is not that he's a pimp and a pornographer and a narcissist. The problem with him is some of the stuff that he says is true. And he, how do you parse out the stuff that's true versus the pimp and the pornographer?
You got to look at the delivery. That's
can I backtrack for a second?
Yeah.
Battlefield asked a question about Kansas City, and I wanted to give him the answer.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, while you do that, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. So Matt, your question about how you can tell the difference between somebody from the Kansas and Missouri side. I don't know if you're setting up a joke or not, but I'll tell you that it's a good question, but it's kind of off base. It's like not hitting the target. So here's the deal. Kansas City is unique in the fact that, Kansas City, Missouri and Kansas City, Kansas only make up about 50% of the metropolitan area. So when somebody says they're from Kansas City, what they're talking about is they're from the Kansas City metropolitan area, right? So people in Johnson County on the Kansas side can say they're from Kansas City, and people from Independence can say that they're from Kansas City. The Kansas City, well, you're a trucker, you've been through Kansas City, so you know exactly how it's set up. The unique thing about Kansas City is they did a study, and if Kansas City had the population density per square area or square mile that Chicago and New York have, Kansas City would have a population of about 30 million people. And this was 10, 15 years ago. I'm positive it's gone up since then because the metro area has grown big time over the last 10, 15 years. So saying, the difference between they're all Kansas City people, even you're from Johnson County or Wyandotte County or Jackson County. It's all the same. Now you can start talking about demographics. Kansas City, Missouri and Kansas City, Kansas. There's a area code, the prefix number on your phone. Kansas City, Missouri has the per capita most violent prefix number on your phone in the nation. It's downtown Kansas City. Johnson County, very affluent. Wyandotte County used to be very working class, and it's gotten more affluent. Grandview, the area that I grew up in, is used to be very working class, but it has the demographics has changed as blacks fled the inner city crime-ridden area. So it's a good place. I mean, it's a very unique place. A lot of good stuff there. It's probably one of the best kept secrets in the country, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, story time's over.
Oh no, you're good. I was listening.
So that answers that question.
It almost sounded when you were talking about the independence and all that, and I don't know the actual layout, but the way it was talking reminded me of down here in Houston. because we used to have like Houston, then you'd have Kingwood and Humble, and you know, uh, these different. They were little towns outside, but now Houston has grown to the part to where it's just another suburb, and you can actually drive through all of them and not even realize it.
Think of it. Think of a mini Houston, only with good traffic signs and properly thought out traffic flow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the
that's
people in Houston, man, that's just. I used to have to fly down there, and the traffic signs were just suggestions, man. They weren't the law. Those people, that's a scary place to drive, man.
oh, dude, the 610 loop, dude. That is the rim of the toilet bowl,
Yep.
and that is yeah. It's always been that way. You know, and I actually
No,
see now there. I guess I could do my own personal little dive, and who knows, might even be some truth to it too. But I wonder if that was part of their intent back in the day. Because see, I've always wondered why they let Astro World collapse. Like, why did you let Astro World fail? And you didn't replace it with anything. I mean, that used to be one of the world wonder things,
mhm.
and it's like, so why did you let that collapse? Why did you let the Houston Oilers, that was a national icon at one point, just up and leave? And you didn't, and then you look at the shithole it's at, and you're going, so were you just kind of going for a dumping zone for illegals? Because it's also like, I think, number one or two capitas in human trafficking and shit is Houston. It's number one in this country. I think it's one of the trafficking places. So it's almost like what you do? You just decide to start. This is where you started. The cancer started growing in Texas, right there.
Well,
It's
and
like we got to take down these landmarks. We got to take down
didn't a
these.
lot of that didn't a lot of that stuff happen whenever the oil industry was going tits up there? Permian Basin was pulling back and all that stuff. Didn't all that happen during that economic time?
Eh, some, yeah, but like not the actual collapse of Astral World. When they decided that's it, shutting it down, things were still pretty normal at that point. I mean,
Were they?
things were.
Well, I know when the Oilers moved, it was because Houston didn't have the money to pop for a new stadium for them, and they decided to move.
Oh, see, that was such, well, it didn't want to sell it to somebody else here. Because see, this is when it's like me and you both live here,
Mhm.
and you're my rival, and shit's going belly up, and but so I'm gonna sell my team, but I'm not gonna sell it to you. I'm not gonna let you. We're still live here, so I'll move it. I'll sell it to somebody and it can move. And it's like that's such bullshit.
That and
And left
the
Earl Campbell out on to rot on his own.
that and the owner of the Oilers at the time, he was not the greatest person, if I remember correctly.
No,
I got to see Earl Campbell play football his rookie year. Houston came up to Kansas City and played a preseason game, and that was back when Kansas City really sucked, and you could buy the cheap $9 tickets and go sit down at the four rows up from the field, and we were sitting behind the Houston bench, and the thing that amazed me about him was his freaking thighs were huge. I mean, he
oh
was a
yeah,
monster.
oh dude, he was my idol. Man, them legs. That's why I used to have some pretty good thighs. I've mule kicked open a cell door before, so
Damn. That and when we went to the
but it was
Pro
fun.
Football Hall of Fame, I may have crossed the barrier and actually touched his jersey. I'm
I
not saying I did or I didn't, but it would have been really freaking cool and a lifetime experience had I done that.
see,
Let's just
man, it
say it.
was such a better. It's like overall, there was a better, and it's another proof it's society is this. So this is like 70s and 80s. You know, this is really rocking. We're going. You know what? Iran, same kind of thing. They were actually pretty
Mhm.
free running. That was the nature of things around, and that's why I think the shift, and that was why you start affecting too many of these tyrannical type mentalities, and because man, there's just that was back in the day. It's sports, man. You went to sports wasn't a job per se. You love the game. You love that sport. And that's why you want it all in. It wasn't so much chasing the dollar. Now that's all it is, dude. Now these
Yeah.
everybody just wants to get out into the pro thing and get some sponsorship, and there we go. Now I can go beat the shit out of my old lady some more.
Well, again, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything about the NFL. I used to be into it. I
Oh,
appreciate the athleticism, and I appreciate the nuts and bolts of how you play the game. The rest of it can go away as far as I'm concerned.
that's it. I got almost all the sports, dude. It's because it's all become glorified and it's all money. Look, you even got these retarded the WNBA, the women's basketball thing, saying pay us what we deserve or some goofy ass shit, and it's like what? What do you deserve?
Yeah, yeah, they would not like it if I was in charge, because if they wanted to be paid with what they're owed, I would make them all write me a check, because that is a welfare. That is professional sports welfare, plain and
Right.
simple. The NBA drops what, $40 million a year. Uh,
Well, to
in
promote that because they're trying to pump up the female, they want to keep basketball alive. So it's like, okay, well, throw money over there and let them do that.
it's a loss lead
Morning,
for them.
Jane.
It's a loss lead for the NBA. They can take all the money that goes to the WNBA, and they can take it as a great big juicy tax write off.
You know
It's
what they
just
should
like,
do? See, they should do fully disclose and say, okay, you know what? You're going to get paid what you deserve. So from here on, we're going to break up the ticket sales, and here you go. And then all of a sudden, a lot of them walk out with zero because it's like you don't have the participation. I mean, you're riding off the back of the NBA. And just because you throw a W in front of it and you get out in some jerseys and shorts and bounce the same kind of ball doesn't make it the same.
and
Those are the
and when,
crowds of tens of thousands. You have a crowd of 1,000. It's a big difference.
and I mentioned I appreciate the athleticism. The If you watch the WNBA as a somebody who enjoys basketball, which I'm not a really big basketball fan, but my dad was a coach, so I know just a little bit about it. It's crappy basketball. It really is. It is terrible. And it's just like women's soccer, and these national teams, they do these exhibition games against high school teams, like U15 teams, and they get smoked by these boys teams. It's because the athleticism, and I'm not taking anything away from these people. Caitlin Clark and that Sophie chick that just went on her team, they're good athletes, and all the other ones are obviously good athletes. They were at the top of the game in college and all that stuff. They're probably some of the best female basketball players in the world, and they'd smoke me because I suck at basketball. But it's
Well, they're
it's
physically fit.
it's not good basketball. Period. You know, it's it's sloppy as hell. I tried watching when it first came out. I tried watching a game, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Yeah. So
It's got
Rabbit,
a whole different vibe, man. Think about it. It's like it's that way with everything. I'm not saying this on a downplay by any mean on women. It's just, but you just there's a physical difference, and so then there's a mechanical difference. It's kind of like in there you can see it with basketball. You can see the muscle structure and the skeletal frame of a male doing this same movering with this, and then you can watch the female anatomy do that and you can see the difference. And it's not trying to
yeah,
make they try to make this into an insult if you question anything, and it's like it's not. It's just, and I just plus I also think it's anything. It's just I I don't I don't know. I think all the sports is stupid. I think you look around the world and you think that people think a priority is a pair of tennis shoes or a jersey or a cap or a pair of shorts, and the pedestal that this shit gets put on, and the importance of why you watch society just go down the shitter. You got dope heads that just lay out on a street, shitting on themselves. It's broadcasted on national TV. It's not hidden from anything. It's just thrown into you till everybody becomes acceptable. But by God, look at these. I got these shoes. I got so and so's jersey. And, oh, I got this bling. Oh, I got these tickets to this game. Oh, what? Who gives a rat's ass? You're feeding the beast.
Mm-hmm.
That's what cracks me up down here, dude. You watch these damn games that take place down here, and people spend $1,500 to go to a game on a weekend.
Dude, Kansas
By the
City's
time they
hosting.
do their family and they do this whole parking tailgate thing, and they've set up this $5,000 worth of tent set just to go do this, and it's like, and all the marketing, man, I got hat, I got the jersey, and it's like, so you're just feeding into it. Those people aren't bringing anything to the town. It's like when you think about that NFL, that team down there doesn't bring shit to Houston. What do you bring?
Kansas City's hosting a World Cup game in when's it come back to the United States? 2028, I think it is. Anyway, they announced what tickets are going to cost. Your run of the mill, just average like tickets that for Sporting KC would be $35 a pop. $1,900. I think they said the cheapest tickets they've got are $1,200, and they're talking the skybox and stuff are going for as much as $20,000. That's coming to Kansas City, and they're making it that it's such a great thing for the average Kansas Cityan. No, that's not for the average Kansas Cityan cannot pay $1,200 to go sit in the cheap seats at Sporting Arena.
Hey, Rona, morning. No. And it's a shifting the dynamic, and it's this mentality, and that's how you end up with the haves and the have-nots. This is how you start digging that line between that, because then you have the onlookers that can't participate in this because it's not affordable, and somehow you've made this important, when in all honesty, that shit ain't important, dude. It's a game. I'm cool with the sports, the entertainment, but go off of, what, they should only be paid off of ticket prices. Just ticket prices.
I'd rather go watch high school kids play ball.
Oh, the love of the game, man. That's why that's always fun.
Exactly.
Those kids love that game. They want to play the game. Matter of fact, about the only thing I know when my kids were growing up, the disappointing thing about high school football, junior high, actually, even junior high and high school, it's the parents, dude. What pricks, dude. What dicks. You'd hear these parents just going off. If their kid screwed up, they'd be chastising them. If, they got tackled, all of a sudden the other dude's a piece of shit. And it's like, oh my God.
I may have had a bad sports moment or two as I was coaching. I may have been one of those people. I'm not saying I was, but I may have been. You'd have to ask my kids.
Oh, my dad was a total dick, dude. My dad was the reason why I quit playing football, because he had to participate in everything. So, I mean, my dad was by no means like a coach kind of person, never his persona. It wasn't until I got in football that he found a role somehow, whether it was the assistant trainer but he was going to be down there. He wasn't going to sit back there. No, he's right here. Oh man, he used to get me so worked up. Matter of fact, I quit. I busted a kid's face mask. I used to be a nose guard. That was my thing. I was a nose guard. And dude, I come up off that line. He had me so wound up. I came up off that line, and I came up so hard, I shattered that kid's face mask back over his head, cut him on his face and shit. And they took me out, and I quit. I said, you know what, man, I ain't playing this bullshit. You're always telling me what to do. And then that's when this is one of my brilliant concoctions is, hey, I know this guy is screaming at me and he's all up in my shit all the time. I'm going to show you. Will you sign these papers so I can join the army? Yeah, that's it. I'm joining the army. And then I got off a bus and I'm like, wait a minute, 1 for 50 more. This one didn't work out well.
I did not think this went out very much, did I?
I did not think this.
I love my mom. Both my parents were so supportive of me when I was a kid. I had, as much as I complain about the relationships and stuff, they provided me a really good childhood. But when I started wrestling, I had to tell my mom she was not allowed. We had these windows in the gym, and I told her that she had to go stand outside the window because she was so loud and so into it that it was distracting. And as a youth coach, I'm going to tell you, you ladies, we can make fun of fathers that go over the top. I'll tell you what, youth wrestling moms are the worst people in the entire world whenever there's a wrestling match and their little babies in there. They
It's mama
become,
bears.
oh my God, they become vicious. They seriously, they become scary and like, oh man, I used to have to tell a couple, and I say, you need to dial it back just a little bit, please, because you're bothering the kids, you're scaring the kids, you know. But, oh man, it's like, where did you come from?
Well, see, dads get it. Dads get a little bit of ass whipping in the mix. It's just so it has to crest a certain line before it becomes like this thing. But for a mama bear, now the first hands on was enough, and it starts fueling from there.
Oh my God, imagine how bad it would be if they allowed wine at these events.
Oh
Holy
Lord, have
moly.
mercy! You know what? It wouldn't be the kids no more. You'd just be watching the moms wrestle.
They'd be storming the mat.
Yeah,
Love
you'd
you,
have the mom wrestling matches over here.
love you, wrestling moms. Wrestling moms are the scariest people in the world, and they're some of the best people in the world. Okay, listen, man. Um, I got to go feed the animals. I'm sure they're out there just wasting away, emaciated because they're starving to death.
Roger that, sir.
I guarantee you that when I get out there, they're just going to be like, "Where have you been?" But I'm glad I got the chance to come up here.
Hey, me too. It's good visiting with you. I always like talking with you.
And I am watching Jaws tomorrow. Rescue
Jaws.
Jaws 50 years ago in June it came out, and my math was wrong. It was my 9th birthday that my parents took me to see that. Yeah, I was 9 years old when I saw Jaws in the theater.
How
First
old are
time
you,
I saw
Cluckin?
boobies.
How old are you?
Do what?
How old are you?
I am 59 tomorrow.
Okay.
I am 59. I started thinking about it. It was the movie Midway was where they took me for my 10th birthday.
Ah,
So yeah, that's why I got today off, because the tribe gives you a birthday PTO day.
oh hell yeah! There you go.
So I took it today so I could have a long weekend, and I spent it with my grandchild, and I spent yesterday staining the deck. I got to finish that today.
But you're off tomorrow too, right?
No, I got to get back to it. You
So
you can
tomorrow's your birthday, though, right?
Tomorrow's my birthday. They give you the PTO day off, but you have to take it within your birthday week. And
Oh, okay.
my birthday's on a Tuesday. I'm like, well, I don't want to have to go to work on Monday and then get a day off. So I took it on Monday. So I got a 3-day weekend.
There you go. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But I'm going to sit down tomorrow before our live. After I get home from work, I'm putting a lid on things until our live, and I am watching Jaws as a birthday present to myself.
Hell yeah.
I haven't seen that thing in ages.
Yeah, it's definitely been, dude. That was a shifter for me too, man. That movie was.
Oh,
That was
working on the oil rigs. I bet that was on your mind constantly.
Oh, dude, I wasn't even jumping off. That was a running joke in the survival class and stuff because I didn't. They would even ask me, and that's I don't give a shit, dude. I'm not jumping in that water. I don't give a shit. I'll be on the last piece of metal. I said, that's the food chain. That literally is the food chain. So, I mean,
Oh yeah. Once you get past the
what's up, B
surf
dog?
line, you are no longer at the top of the food chain. That's the
No, and
thing.
see, dude, nowadays, as the age and where I'm at now, I think my biggest thing, and it's not a claustrophobia because I'm sure that there is a phobia name for it, but dude, I don't like the fact that I have no peripheral underneath me.
Mm.
You know, like you're out there swimming in the water and you're like bobbing water and you're looking around, but dude, you're like a nugget. I just can't get that out of my head, dude. You're just like a floating nugget and you have no clue, like you have no perception whatsoever what's swimming underneath looking at you.
Here,
It's their
here's
world.
something to remember, folks. This is very important, and too many people in the participation trophy era and the your special era, forget this. The bear, the shark, the lion, they don't give two shits about your opposable thumbs or your enlarged brain. They could care less about it. All these women that say they'd rather be in the woods with the bear, you run with that, ladies. You that would take care of a lot of our societal problems if women actually ran with that.
Right.
You know, but those animals, they don't care. Once you get off the beaten path in the woods, or you get past the surf. Actually, some sharks you don't even have to get past the surf line. You get ankle deep in the water, you're no longer top of the food chain, people. Plain and simple.
Yeah, man, that's been my thing for a long time. Which I didn't, in my youth. I mean, I went swimming, I swam canals, and so I mean, I did. But the ocean, dude, I just and because as a teenager had the Jaws moment, and I think it was just a few years right within that same thing. We were down here at Crystal Beach one year, and out there about waist deep, and I got brushed, dude, and that was like freaking sandpaper, man. and and I was like, oh shit, dude, because I felt it, and I was like, oh well, First my mom was like, you don't know that that's what it was. Well, I come out because it was burning, dude, and sure enough, dude, you could. It was like somebody took some sandpaper in their hand and just went whoosh, sat on my leg, and I just thought then it was like, you know what? Nah, nah, you better be dying, dude. That's all I can say. You got better give me an objective to get to and get out, and I swear I can walk on water to grab you, snatch you, and I will knock you the f out, and I will bring you back walking on water. I mean, I'll do that, but I'm not voluntarily like, hey, you know what? Let's go for a night swim.
Okay, before I get off, let's run with the whole top of the food chain thing. In today's American society, you as the voter are not at the top of the food chain. But we do have opposable thumbs and we do have large brains. And we need to take back what people have stolen from us by using those things and crawling our way back to the top of the food chain. And we do that by becoming involved locally, by building community, by becoming food independent as much as possible in your circumstances, okay, assuredly, and becoming modernly self-sufficient. This is how we claw ourselves back to the top of the cultural and political food chain in America. All right. How's that for a good segue?
Man, that was I kind of I don't know. That wasn't that I don't know. Is that racist or because what about the people that didn't have thumbs? Like they've had an accident, like the carpenter that the table saw. He didn't pay
Okay.
attention, and now he didn't have a thumb. No, all of a sudden they're just kicked out the group. Grumpy man.
Look, okay, Rescue. Put your man purse down. We're not.
No,
We're not
how
gonna. We're
dare
not.
you tell me what to do?
We're not going to use the exception to the rules as the rule.
But
That's
wait a
not
minute.
what
No,
we.
no, no. This is 2025. This is the year where the 0.0002% matter.
I apologize. It's your channel. You can do what you want, brother. All right, seriously, I got to go because I do need to feed the animals and I need to start getting ready to finish that deck before I go.
Oh man, I know I got to get out there and finish moving that coop. I got about I don't know what 4 foot left to go, and then it's over by the pole where it needs to be, and then I got to start redoing the fencing.
Yeah,
because they're just going to become stationary right there. That
I'm
becomes
going to end up having to take a shower by 10 o'clock because I'm going to be so sweaty. It's so hot and muggy out there.
Oh yeah, right. I know. It kind of go out, dude. You sweat down here. You just start sweating. Hell, it's already almost 80 degrees.
Okay, guys, listen. Thanks for listening to my incoherent rambling for. Oh crap, we've been at this for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
no, about an hour and a half. I've been on here, but thanks for putting up with me. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget, we got our live tomorrow night. It's going to be 8 p.m. Central, the only time zone that matters. And then Wednesday, I am doing the next in the urban survival series that I'm doing. It's going to be about security in an urban and suburban area during a crisis. Hope to see you guys there. Guys, go out and live a life done free today, okay?
Hey, appreciate you, Grubby.
All
Be
right.
safe. Tell Miss Yoda big hugs. Hope she's feeling good.
She's got to get up and go to work here sometime soon.
Aha, soon.
All right.
All right,
Take
brother.
it
Be
easy, guys.
safe. Make it a good one. Always good to hear from Mr. Grumpy. If y'all don't have his link, you got to grab his link. Him and Yoda. Good peeps. Good peeps. I thought there was something else on here. Wait, it's Rabbit's birthday too? Oh, okay, it's your birthday, Rabbit. Well, happy birthday. I did not know that, sir. And by the way, happy birthday tomorrow, Grumpy. Hopefully, Miss Yoda hooks you up with a good cake. So, what all did I miss? Let's see. I want to go to a pool theater. Oh, that would be something, Blackbird. A pool theater party playing Jaws at night and have pool lights controlled that you can kind of play with them. That'd be funny. Well, happy birthday, Rabbit. Hopefully you make today a good day. Hey, I'm going to leave you guys with this musical interlude while I make a latrine run. So, take care of business if you got to, and I will be back with you in just a moment.
Never
Booyah. I was looking at chat. Well, y'all are something else. Y'all are just something else. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Look out. Have y'all not had enough coffee this morning? What seems to be the mate? Let's really get down to the brass tacks of things. Have we not had enough coffee this morning? Do you need some more caffeine? What do we need in here? Are we needing some Xanax? Is that what seems to do? Did we not do medication this morning? What seems to be our issues? Okay, so where did we? Well, that took a southern turn. So, are y'all really going to ruin a Monday like that? Y'all going to start your Monday off like that? For reals? Like for real reals? Man, oh man. Y'all something else. And see? Man, that's some cray stuff. Okay, we need, I don't know what I need, something. Man, oh, here we go. You know what? Damn, I guess I scrolled past this one for a reason. There you go.
You got me running, going out of my mind. You got me thinking that I'm wasting my time. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. Ooh.
Okay. See, this is the internet. Slow down. I scrolled up, so basically what you got is you have a miscommunication and overlap, it looks like, because Rabbit made a comment about 109, but whenever Battlefield went to reply with a 109 joke, he actually attached it to Kiss Off. So then that kind of get, well, she responds with a bite me. And at no point, this is it, guys. This is what, hey man, at some point, take a deep breath. This is why I try to say you make your day a good day. You're in control of that. It's like, look how you just kind of get suckered right in with some text. If you think that it's like, if it's, man, I don't know. It just can't. It ain't a one way street. So it ain't a one way street. It ain't a one thing. It ain't a. That's that dog pile effect, and that seems to be the norm, and it's not that. It's just it's timing, rather for whatever reason. Hey Michelle, morning. Hey Monique, good morning. Well, what do you see? I didn't. I don't know. I thought that was already done and over with, but then I saw where you know I will say that's if that was really the joke, it's kind of ironic because that's already been. I don't know, man. That didn't have good results the last time that one got used. Another individual said that, and then when she responded, that all went south. Then I'll be damned, it's almost like a duplication. If if you don't want to joke, then you say, "Hey, I don't want to do the joking," and then it's on the other person to then back off, or whatever. It's just a communication. It is what it is. If you're not in the mood, you're not in the mood. Who gives a shit? People want to go, "Oh, you're sitting your few." Don't let people bully you into taking shit. If you're having a bad day and you don't want to be jacked with, that's fine. But you can't participate in jokes and then decide, "Oh, well, that's it." You know, it just that's that last word kind of mentality. It's like, well, okay, well, then I'll do this last joke, but then I'm done. And that's now. I will say, if that was a comment, I don't understand how we've gotten to where we make such crude jokes to women, but that's just my take on that kind of talk. I that's just me. I don't understand where that became a humor thing, but then, excuse me, I'm a road comedian. I just, man. And see, just like that, it sends ripples. So, do we understand the effects of this? Can we at least learn something from this? Because apparently, the last time a bunch of shit went down and nothing ever got learned, it just seems to carry on. So, can we learn from this that maybe there's these moments before we decide this emotional reaction to stuff that we take a pause for the cause, and be like, okay, especially if you're in a room per se, a digital room, a group with other people. Let's take a moment before we just decide to cause ripple effect through everybody's. Dumped everything onto the damn floor. What? What'd you dump on the floor? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what you mean dog piled. I don't see this is once again, are we having some so in that conversation, is that even anything to what I said, or is this still a chat thing? Because I'm trying to tie in. So am I dogpiling you because I'm saying something out loud? You know, Monique. Somehow I just have this. I hear this like a sarcastic tone at the end of that or something. I don't know. Just picking. Yep, going to be very hot and humid. Oh, the coffee went over and it caused the chain. Aha, got you. Right there, you go, Michelle. You just gotta, man. You know, because you gotta. That's the one thing we got to remember when it comes to text in chat. Before you let emotions get a hold of you, because it can do that, especially with the text, because it's all in the man. Once you start in a mood, you know, then what you read kind of gets shifted by the way you feel. So you can read something. It's kind of like it's like going F you. Well, F you can be, it's like with roots. She does the little finger thing and F you. Well, that can be a laugh, ha ha, or that can be hey, I don't like you. There you go. So it just depends on how you want to take that. Well, that's text, you know. You see, so before you react too much, because man, I'm telling you, I think it's going to get a lot worse because the way AI and the way the media, because that's the biggest division is to create that tension amongst things. Okay, I'm gonna walk away because I don't want to ruin Rescue's day and ruin Rabbit's birthday. Okay, well, I don't even know if you're still here, but if you are, Michael, I'm gonna just call it out because you typed it in chat, and this is the only way I have to respond is to say what's on my mind. Where you guys type it, I say it, so it is what it is. That makes no sense whatsoever because you being here isn't ruining my day, and I don't think that was ruining Rabbit's day. So the walking away is just the emotional response because all it has to do is change the talk and not participate in that type of conversation. That's but to actually just then walk away, well, that's kind of the I don't know, man. That's just a cheesy way of doing shit is all I can say because it's like well that's kind of lame because it's like so you can't hold any other kind of conversation other than that is that what's really being said and so and I don't probably wasn't here to hear that but it just take for anybody else that does those kind of responses I mean if your presence here was ruining my day I would have said that when you first arrived if it's the choice of words then I'll point that out. But, 'cause, 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 'cause It be what it be. So Monique, how goes the new place? You getting things personalized, getting everything tended to. It's been a minute since seen you. Uh, let's see. Bear with me. Let me get you something to listen to. Um, okay. I'm gonna walk the missus to the door, and I'm gonna leave y'all with a little tunes, and I'll be back.
There's a train coming, rolling down the track, coming to take me home. There's a train coming, rolling down the track, coming to take me home. When I meet St. Peter at those pearly gates, there'll be no forgiveness, it'll be too late. There's a train coming, rolling down the track for me. Save my soul. Save my soul. There's a place for us in heaven. Lord, you know I'm on my way. There's a place for us in heaven. Lord, I'm on my way. Lord, I'm on my There's a jet black hearse driving down the road, coming to take me home. There's a jet black hearse driving down the road, coming to take me home. Please forgive my sins, trouble and hurt. Cover my body in flowers and dirt. There's a jet black hearse coming to carry me home. Yeah.
All right. We're back at it. So now. So where are we at with chat? Yes, ma'am, Michelle. Why do you call yourself Michelle the Great? Inquiring minds want to know, ma'am. What's up, Guardian Prepping? That's the man getting her done. Spirit alone of rock and roll is why I will stand by and fight for the red, white, and blue all my days. Right on, Guardian. It's the man with the plan. See what Michelle said? My older brother was mean, and I would always third person myself, ending in Michelle the Great. He hated it, so I made a YouTube channel. And asked if I had a nickname. Well, actually, I did, Michelle the Great. There you go. I don't know, man. It's a Monday. You know, there's gotta be better. I don't know. Let's see if we find a little tunage. I'm a human torture chamber. Well, I will say it's a bad choice of words. So there's my 2 cents on the matter. That was definitely just, regardless of which clown, it's just a bad choice of words to me. But then that's me. I don't even know. I have to adapt now. My pool of tranquility has been rippled. I now need to readjust. I need to adapt and overcome. But that's okay, because I can do this. It's bad choice of words, regardless of whichever. Where I just that's my 2 cents on it. Damn, let's see. Some I see and I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, oh no, nah, I don't know. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. But damn, totally interrupted my rhythm for the day. I guess that's one of them things I ought to prepare for, even in my own little channel. Might end up mild interruptions. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this one for the moment. Let's see. We need to get. Yeah, I'll just leave it with this one here. I was finishing Monique's song. Oh, this is why some should always carry tissue and tampons. Oh, Lord have mercy. Just, This is going to rub feelings, but it's hey, just this cool thing we used to do that I know I was raised on, but it's called a respect. So then there are certain boundaries to jokes because depending on the audience it's going to. But then that's me. It's my viewpoint. If that makes me some kind of wuss, that's cool. I know that it won't be said to my face. So that's my take.
This ain't no pleasure cruise. We ain't riding on a gravy train. Standing in line at the liquor store, wondering who'll stop the rain. Tough times don't last. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough people do. They find a way. They find a way to make it through. If they can do it, maybe we can too. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Can't go to town, we're stuck on the porch. There's poison in the summer breeze. We got some Mexican cornbread and a bushel of black-eyed peas. Tough times don't last. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough people do. They find a way. They find a way to make it through. If they can do it, maybe we can too. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. We got demons in the closet and junk in the yard, enough to fill a big truck loaded. The garbage man's willing to haul it away, but we got to take it to the road. Tough times don't last. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough people do. They find a way. They find a way to make it through. If they can do it, maybe we can too. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Tough people last. I'm actively stabbing my face with butter knives right now, tolerating country music. I love y'all, so I stay. That's such a drastic measure, Michelle. Man, I get not liking some songs, but holy schmoly, that's rather irrational, don't you think? I'm just, tis my feelings. Tis it be so. There's probably, I got you, because yeah, there's probably some that would make me do that, I gotta say. Some of this newer stuff kind of makes me just like really cringe. Be like, it hurts so bad, make it stop. That's why I thank God there's a big old red X button. Let's see. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I haven't played them in a minute. Let me. Hey, there we go. Where's another good one? That's a good one too. Okay, we'll do them. Next step, heating them on the stove. Well, hopefully you don't mind a little Uncle Cracker, because I don't, self-infliction stuff is no way no pork on me. So hopefully a little Uncle Cracker don't send you down the deep end.
You're better than the best. I'm lucky just to linger in your light. Cooler than the flip side of my pillow. That's right. Completely unaware. Nothing can compare to where you send me. Lets me know that it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. In the moments when my good times start to fade, you make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on the sun.
Hey, make it a good day, Miss Sherry. Keep your head on a swivel and help somebody smile.
Smile. Even when you're gone, somehow you come along just like a flower poking through the sidewalk crack. And just like that, you steal away the rain. And just like that, you make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. Oh, you make me smile. Don't know how I live without you, 'cause every time that I get around you, I see the best of me inside your eyes. You make me smile. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. You make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. Oh, you make me smile. Oh, you make me smile.
Hey, morning, Tiger.
Oh, you make me smile.
But wait, there's more. Hey, all you mother cluckers. Happy, magnificent, motivated Monday.
Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. know that's a game that I hate to lose, and I'm feeling the strain. Oh, ain't a shame. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind, and I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? When my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. The joy that you're giving me. I want you to know that I believe in your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Oh, you're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. And give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Just give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Oh, yeah. I always love that one. That's always a good tune. Some good tunage. Let's see, reach in here, grab another one. Let's see. Oh, there's this, I'm just going to throw it on out there just because I'm just like that. This is a motivated Monday. Y'all are going to get your shit together, get your poop in a group. We're going to get some shit done this week. We're just getting started.
Turn up the music just as loud as it could go.
Michelle, I don't have that one. I'll have to try to see if I'll find it and I can add it to my library. The only stuff I usually play is the stuff that I already got on some hard drives and stuff. So that's why I'll have to. I will look for it though. That I will do.
I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Tied my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. Yeah, I'm up early with the birdies, ready to get dirty. This ain't a song for you if you asleep at 7:30. I rise like the sun on the bag of the pines, at full throttle in the bottle like that homemade shine. I'm just trying to make a living, boss man tripping, my overtime strong, I don't pay him no attention. Money in the mason jar, country boy pitching. Old lady, 3 kids, take a lot to fill the kitchen. Fingernails dirty, my back stay hurting. You can bet I got a plan for every penny that I'm earning. I ain't asking for a raise, but I know the boss hurt me. Nobody on this job site's working like I'm working. 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Tied my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. I'm out the door by sunup, focused on the come up, we never sleep in. That ain't how we was brought up. I push it to the limit when the money gets low, and been on the work pass when the plant whistle blows. Paycheck feeling like a lottery ticket. I might save a couple bucks if my kids don't spend it. Don't matter cause I love it every day of my life. Spend more time on the clock than I do with my wife. State to state, never late, putting miles on the road. Drop it off, fill it up, get me to my next load. Call my old lady, let her know I'll be late. And I ain't worried cause I know that she gon' save me a plate. I told you 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Tied my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby.
Thank y'all. How y'all doing? Yeah, my name's Colt Ford. I just came here to do a little song for y'all about where I come from, the way I see it. I brought my buddy, Mr. John Michael Montgomery, with me. He's gonna play a little guitar, sing a little bit. I'm gonna do a little something for y'all called Ride Through the Country. Let's go, John. Down the road where the blacktop ends, you can find Colt Ford with all his friends. We used to gravel roads and fishing with cane poles. Wasn't no swimming pools, just swimming holes. We was dirt road poor and cane switch rays. I done came a long way since back in the day. Been around the world twice, seen all 50 states. Ate them $1,000 China, but love some paper plates. There ain't nothing wrong with them big city lights, but me, I prefer them slow country nights where I can see the darkness come and then go. Most folks is honest and they all speak slow. You can leave your door open, ain't nothing will happen. Most country folks sang, but I couldn't, so I'm rapping. I wanna show y'all where I come from and invite you all down to any country town.
Now before I pack my things and leave, there's something I need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and not any things for cheap thrills, but all my scars heal, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't ashamed where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country.
Up dressed and gone by 5 a.m. He's country and he's rapping, we got to play him. Folks been waiting for someone like me to give them some hot beats and spit that country. My jeans don't sag, they fit and kinda tight. Got on a white t-shirt, no nothing but work. Daylight to dark, that's how I was bred, and I'm gonna keep being country till the day I'm dead. See, country folks eat biscuits called cat heads, barbecue, baked beans, sweet tea, and white bread. We like to fish and hunt, ain't scared of a fight. Love the good Lord and believe in doing right. Got four-wheel drives, some got mud on them. You can keep your Rolls Royce, cause baby we don't want them. So now you all know exactly who I am. And if you ain't into that, I don't give a damn.
Now before I pack my things and leave, there's something need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and not in the things for cheap thrills, but all my scars is, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't saying where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country. Well, you might see me on your TV, but honey, that don't mean a thing. You see, I'm still that same old country boy, and that's all I'll ever be. And sometimes those bright lights blind me and make it hard for me to see. But when I need to be reminded, I take a ride through the country.
At about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon, them country boys head down to the local saloon. You welcome to stop in and have a cold bottle. Big city boys are stuck up supermodels. We don't care where you're from as long as you polite. Cause push come to shove and every one of us will fight. We mostly easy like Sunday morning. Old Coke came here to give y'all fair warning. Country folks won't be pushed around, and there's some of us living in every town. We believe in the Bible and the USA. Work hard for what you want, it's the American way. Nobody owe you nothing, supposed to earn your keep. Put in a hard day's work, get a good night's sleep. I know some of y'all think old Coke is kinda odd, but I'm loud, proud, and country by the grace of God.
Now before I pack my things and leave, there's something need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and not into things for cheap thrills, but all my scars heal, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't saying where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country.
Good morning, all you mother cluckers. Hope everybody's starting their day off great. Right. Here you go. Just walk away.
Just walk away, just walk away. There's too much wrong for you to stay. Just walk away, just walk away. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, walk away. Now he was just your average everyday traffic jam competitor with half a gram, walking in the club trying to set it off. She had two silicone weapons of mass distraction, nipples like screw-in cleats, damn near blasting through a skin-tight blouse. She looking for some action, said her hubby was out of town, and started asking if he'd like to go to her house. I think that's when he realized he couldn't do it. Looked at her finger, a diamond from her ring hit his eye. He couldn't linger, he started feeling guilty for everything they were up to. He took a deep breath, said, you know what, I'd love to, but evidently there's already someone who loves you. She looked at him like he insulted her and said, F you, look at your pupils, I know what that stuff do. Mr. Goody Two Shoes, call me out, I'll call you out too. Now he was weak as her, he had a ring too. Just walk away, just walk away. There's too much wrong for you to stay. Just walk away, just walk away. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, walk away. Together in their deceitful ways, embracing the lust, they got carried away like a dog chasing a bus. They were back at her house in another man's bed and getting freaky deaky, while the husband sped home to see his wife cause his job had got done early. Meanwhile they're wrecking the room and talking all dirty and sweaty. The hubby stopped and got some flowers so pretty and a bottle of wine to spend some time with his sweetie. Gets home, sees a car in the yard and he's thinking walks up the driveway, opens the door and goes numb. Just about the time he's gonna yell, honey, I'm home. A trailer closed down the hall, leading to passionate moans. Changed his tone, tiptoed to the gun cabinet, grabbed a gun his daddy gave him that he used in Vietnam. Walked down the hall, kicked in the door, said surprise. Sat down on the bed with Guns N' Roses and wine. Just walk away, just walk away. There's too much wrong for you to stay. Just walk away, just walk away. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, walk away. Hubby said, how you two lovebirds doing? You having fun? Don't cover up your nakedness now. What's done's done. He made his wife call her parents, made the dude call his wife and daughter, and told him to come over, let's talk about life. And then hubby called the preacher, cause you won't got involved. When the victim of infidelity's got a revolver, and as the guests straggled into the room one at a time, realizing what was happening and wishing they were blind, he told the preacher who had married him back in the day that he was right, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Then he addressed the room, waving the gun carefree, saying, ladies and gentlemen, you've been called here to see two naked, embarrassed humans in a bed that I bought that were having great sex about the time they got caught. Then he laid the gun down on the bed so relaxed and said, I'm leaving, feel free to shoot me in the back. Just walk away, just walk away. There's too much wrong for you to stay. Just walk away, just walk away. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, walk away.
You just walk away. Just walk away. I've always liked that song. At first I was like, and then I listened to the whole thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that song. And there's others that I like. I just know I can. I've learned a long time ago that some are just off limits. They're asshats like that. But I think let's see, where we're at. Right here, here. Let's see, we need to. What do we need? What do we need? I'm trying to just listen. Well, no, yes. Sorry, I'm deciding, guys. I'm just deciding. Sometimes I get bad as chat, and I just get all sideways and shit, and be like, what was I doing? Oh, I forgot. Let's see, what was that again? Oh yeah, no, yes. See, and it's kind of like a chat conversation. It just bounces all over. Cray cray. Hey, no, I think I did that one yesterday or the day before or something. Oh, that is a good song, Michelle. I don't think I have it by them. If I have it, it might not be this hard drive. It might be a different drive. Let's see. I'm trying to. I don't know. There's so many I just want to play, but then there's some that I know I just can't. I've learned the lesson over the years. Well, I remember me and Monty would sit up here, son, and it was fun. It was going to battle with YouTube. I'd get timed out left and right. Stream ended, stream ended, stream ended. Go for hours. Seeing how long it would get so bad that hell I couldn't even play one before they'd shut it down, and we'd wait. It'd come back. Yeah, it was fun. Funny times, fun times. I don't know. Let's see. There's something. Let's see. You know what? I guess I'll do this one for right now. Just got to get motivated, man. It's a Monday. We got to get some shit done this week. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Teresa? We got to get some shit done. This Monday. This is just the beginning of the week. We got to push the ball forward. Got to get shit moving.
Rolling Thunder, this is Hitman, Seattle. Hitman, this is Rolling Thunder, Seattle. Rent to suppress, Mike Charlie, 435 9021. Rent to Morgan, Mike Charlie, 473 90890.
Team Deathmatch. I heard a story about a man, somewhat of a legend, rushing that strong in the battle, no matter the weapon. You can go to the campus, but you're gonna regret it when you get a boom like an angel is screaming from heaven. The game has just begun, it's about to rain more. Try to get revenge, but you're running through the same door, laying on the same floor, down like a nigga saw. Even if you're over there, bunny hopping his claymore. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Put the fear in your mind, let it ride through your veins. A hungry little beast, and he's out the cage. When they see him, better back away. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Face the winds of a hurricane, it's not the same. If you're not on this level, better get out the way. When you hear that thunder ray, in the lobby you see a legend of thunder. Second chance and go 'cause you need him, he got your number. You know he's rocking puppies, defuse him with chopper gun. So you're already thinking of places to hide under. What you never say, so get to digging your grave. Feel the wrath of an AK, picking you up as it sprays. When a grenade covered in clay hit your face, move sway, try to get away, but not today, huh? You can hide in the corner sending out Tom Cruise. Even though you know it's annoying, he will still come and destroy ya. Mow you over and take control of all that you hold and scavenge, reloaded, Jordan, blowing holes in your leave you broken. And there's no home for your bro in the dashboard. If you want, you can have more. You're mad 'cause you can't score. Go back to your ground war, rocket launchers and campers galore. KD is rising, but you cannot hang with the big boys. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Put the fear in your mind, let it ride through your veins. A hungry little beast, and he's out the cage. When you see him, better back away. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Face the winds of a hurricane, it's not the same. If you're not on this level, better get out the way. When you hear that thunder ray, you hear that chopper coming to gun you down. Hit you when you're spawning, your stinger launch, I can save you now. Running the building with kudos coming to sniff you out. Puppies are hungry and the favorite flavor is still clown. He's like an artist, a rap with his paintbrush. Create with the same studs and comes with insane bloods. He ace in a straight flush, he's on top of them all, no contender. Another ripper, never surrender, you will remember. Soviet Bush, rookie find a hole and crawl in the back against the wall, but you're still about to fall. When the thunder and rain descends upon you to claim the very blood in your veins. Kill fetus if they're with his name. It's been a minute, you haven't seen him, the coast is clear, but then your body begins to shake from the sound you hear. The incoming enemy nuke, the hand of Zeus is coming down to claim you. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Put the fear in your mind, let it ride through your veins. A hungry little beast, and he's out the cage. When you see him, better back away. Bring on the thunder, bring on the rain. Face the winds of a hurricane, it's not the same. If you're not on this level, better get out the way. When you hear that thunder ray, thunderstruck, leaving his mark upon your soul. Bang, thunderstruck, leaving his mark upon your soul. Bang, thunderstruck, leaving his mark upon your soul. Bang, thunderstruck, leaving his mark upon your soul.
214-09er, 711. Correction, fire for effect now. Report is target, end of mission. Target suppressed, over.
Hey, morning, Cherokee. Morning, everybody. It's a motivated Monday, so we're going to get shit done this week. Because that's how we roll. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I don't know. I forgot what this one really was. I think I'll remember as soon as I do it. But hey, we got this. You know what? The title I got on the song is "Quit Your Bitching," And I'm like, okay, I don't quite remember which song that is, but that's what I titled it, was Quit Your Bitching. So I guess we're going to see what this song is.
There's snot-nosed people everywhere worldwide. There ain't nobody nowhere ever satisfied. So they bitch, bitch, bitch every single day. If they weren't bitching, they'd have nothing to say. All the bitching I hear beats all I've ever seen. Everybody's busy bitching about everything. All day long, 7 days a week. I bet you're even in the bed bitching in your sleep. Bitch, 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 what you bitching about? Bitch, 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 why don't you shut your mouth? Bitch, 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 so you might as well just quit your bitching and go to hell. Why don't you eat shit and go fuck yourself?
By the way, I guess I should have done some kind of language warning, but there we go.
There's snotty-ass people everywhere I go. They're all bitching about somebody they don't even know. Bitch, 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 that's all you ever do. I bet behind your back somebody's bitching about you. Bitch, 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 what you bitching about? Bitch, 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 why don't you shut your mouth? Bitch, 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 so you might as well just quit your bitching and go to hell. Why don't you eat shit and go fuck yourself?
Hey, morning, Monty.
All you do is bitch and you can't seem to quit. You know you're not supposed to talk with a mouth full of shit. Bitch, 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 we've all heard enough. Why don't you mind your own business and shut the fuck up? Bitch, 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 what you bitching about? Bitch, 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 why don't you shut your mouth? Bitch, 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 so you might as well just quit your bitching and go to hell. Why don't you eat shit and go fuck yourself? Why don't you quit your bitching and go to hell? Why don't you eat shit and go fuck yourself?
Well, alrighty then. Alrighty then. Hey, morning, Share Bear. Yeah, I remember that song now. I remember it very well. And it didn't take long. We were into that one. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this one. And it was like, alrighty, well, the cat's out the bag. But I gotta say, man, sometimes you see stuff and it just makes you want to go off like that. It's like, oh my God. OMG. Becky, would you look at all that bitching? All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? By the way, morning, PJ. I don't know if I said morning to you, ma'am. If I didn't, well, good morning. So good morning, all you mother cluckers. Welcome to a motivated Monday in the Cluckin Alamo. Just trying to get you motivated. We could get some stuff done. Oh, well, here's kind of a chill one. I can kind of deal with this. Thinking it would make me a good thing.
Got a call from a buddy of mine that I ain't seen in a long, long time. He was coming into town for the day and he thought that he might stop by. He said, I hate to interrupt your weekend, so just tell me if you got any plans. I told him that I had a cooler of beer and I could sure use an extra hand. doing
nothing in particular, and I'm doing it all day long. A hot grill and a cooler of beer and a CD of my favorite song. A lot of nothing in particular, and I do it well. So much of nothing on my schedule now, and I'm inviting all of y'all to hell.
I got my ass in the lawn chair, my toes in the clay. I done called all my folks and they on their way. I got ribs on the grill and I'm smoking a ham. I got a cooler full of beer so I don't give a damn. Just sitting in the shade where the cool breeze blows. I got the boombox bumping Mr. David Allen Coe. And my crazy neighbor Bill just stopped on by. And old Uncle Paul just came through with some wine. And you know it gets hotter when the sun goes down. And the homemade wine, it's been making its rounds. And we all catching up like a redneck reunion. Y'all stop on by, cause we'll still be doing
nothing in particular, and I'm doing it all day long. A hot grill and a cooler of beer and a CD of my favorite songs. A lot of nothing in particular, and I do it well. So much nothing on my schedule now, and I'm inviting all of y'all to hell.
just a down south river rat. I'm always looking for a place that I can kick it back. You know I got a big cooler of the more mouth, and I'm inviting all y'all to come and ride out. Just a wonderful night under the canopy light, drinking a brand and Sprite, having the time of my life. You know them youngins in a tire swing, hanging from a pine tree, lady in her tight jeans, licking on ice cream cone. Phones ain't no good around here, so hit the power off button, gon' get you a beer. Old 50 patties on my new grill from Sears, and when the Bulldogs score, you better hold your ear. Just a backwoods boy doing backwoods things. On the weekend days I like to practice my aim, and the city people tell me that I'm wasting time. I like to call it drinking time. We take our time doing
nothing in particular, and I'm doing it all day long. A hot grill and a cooler of beer and a CD of my favorite songs. A lot of nothing in particular, and I do it well. So much of nothing on my schedule now, and I'm inviting all of y'all to hell. Nothing in particular, and I'm doing it all day long. Country girls come out and play. Hot grill and a cooler of beer and a CD of my favorite songs. A lot of nothing in particular, and I do it well. Girls come out and play. So much of nothing on my schedule now, and I'm inviting all of y'all to hell.
And just like that, we were that close to almost another incident. Do y'all see how close you are? I was watching that in chat. That's so funny. I was like, oh, shit, really? Again? It's fixing to happen again? It's not fixing to happen again. Nah. It's like, are we not reading everything through? Well, because I got it as soon as he said it, he was talking about the song. Somebody was still in the previous song. That's all. The songs got crossed. Let's see, what's now? What now? I don't know. The options are just... See, for me, I look at this list and there's a lot, but I know that there's a lot I have to watch because I've already learned the lesson. So, I don't know though. I am getting close though, so at some point. Let's see. No, not that one. Not that one. Is that you got thick skin? don't know. I didn't think coyotes had that tough of a hide, though. Especially them ones that have their rib cage showing and stuff. Look kind of like thin skin. I don't know. Is it really? Is it really? I'm just saying. Man, I just, I just don't know. I just don't know.
We are graffiti on a subway train. 2 hands, shape of a heart. Lyrics on Coca-Cola classic can. The promises whispered in the dark. We are Hemingway in a dive bar. I love you in a dead language. Progress running through them telephone wires. Sneakers hanging by the laces. We are the bad boys, dirty water, soul banks. From the city to the country, doing our thing. Our way we say things, how we're gonna say freedom of our age. We are born and raised on American slang. Born and raised on American slang, yeah. We are vampires on Hollywood Boulevard. Angels and sinners of our hometown streets. An autobiography and a sleeve tattoo. All broken hearts that still beat. We are the bad boys, dirty water, soul banks. From the city to the country, doing our thing. Our way we say things, how we're gonna say freedom of our age. We are born and raised on American slang. Born and raised on American slang, yeah. She was Marilyn and Daisy Duke. He was Dean and DiCaprio. Neon turned into LED, and the Lost Boys all came home singing. We are the bad boys, dirty water, soul banks. From the city to the country, doing our thing. Our way we say things, how we're gonna say freedom of our age. We are born and raised on American slang. We are the bad boys, dirty water, soul banks. From the city to the country, doing our thing. Our way we say things, how we're gonna say freedom of our age. We are born and raised on American slang. Born and raised on American slang.
Little American slang. Hey, everybody. It's a motivated Monday. You know that there's shit out there in the world. You know that there's negative shit. Don't get in your feels. Don't take stuff to heart unless it's confronting you, and try to avoid those groups. It's gonna, if it brings you a bunch of shit, then avoid that. Pick something this week, make it a small project or whatever, but just chip away at it. Always know that you're capable of doing whatever it is you want to do. Rabbit, happy birthday again to you, sir. Tomorrow is Grumpy's birthday. Happy birthday to Grumpy Acres Farm. Hope y'all enjoy your days. You've been blessed to be here for a year, so hopefully you're blessed with another one. Hey, all you mother cluckers, just remember, man, the only thing I'm trying to do is to let you know that if you slow down, don't pay attention to all the negative bullshit, you can find peace, you can find calmness amongst the storm. and you can get shit done. Do stuff that makes you feel good accomplishing stuff and help translate that message to kids, grandkids, great grandkids, neighbors' kids, wherever that works for you. Take care, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Make it a good day. The choice is totally up to you. You're in the driver's seat. And when you make your day a good day, you'll help somebody else smile in the process. Peace, everybody. Appreciate you being here. It's been a pleasure.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed to bow your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. You're gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Keep the shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Hey, happy Motivated Monday, y'all. Remember, make it a good day. You're in the driver's seat. And if you smile, you'll spread that smile. Find the positive in stuff. Instead of chore, start working on it. I appreciate y'all starting your week off. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace.